In this video, we will talk about how to pass Bulenox evaluations like this. Currently, I have 79 Bulenox evaluations passed, and they're just sitting there waiting to be activated to become master funded accounts. The good thing about Bulenox is that once you pass them, there's no monthly fee. It simply sits there and you can activate them whenever you meet the criteria to activate another master funded account. Currently, I have 9 master funded accounts. As you can see with Bulenox, the maximum is 11. And if you've been struggling to get your evals passed with Bulenox, you're wondering about account size, contracts used, the rules, and how to get the payouts, make sure you watch till the end because I'm going to break that all down for you in this video. Don here, locking in 7,100 with Bulenox. A-Trades here, 1,500. As you can see here, Finderman in our community locking in 1,500 all on the same day. And myself also last night locking in $3,000. Very on-time payout with Bulenox. Now, this is not a guarantee that you can do the same thing because trading is risky. Everybody knows that. You can lose all your investments. But for some people, like myself and some in the community, it's great to get these Bulenox payouts if you know how to pass the evals and then go for the payouts. So how do you pass Bulenox evals so that you can get to funded accounts? If you go inside our Discord, under eval strategy right here, I have 2 methods of how to pass evals, not just with Bulenox, but with any prop firm. If you watch this YouTube video here, I break down that strategy. One of them is using red folder strategy, which inside our Discord, in this eval strategy channel, I show you live execution of how I use red folder news strategy like NFP, CPI to pass 10 Apex 300K accounts in 5 seconds. All for free. Join our Discord and get to this channel, eval strategy, and watch that. This is a strategy that repeatedly worked for me and others. Of course, not a guarantee you can do the same, but this is what I've done. I've also used the same strategy to pass Bulenox 50K accounts using the red folder strategy. Essentially, you set a buy stop and a sell stop on either side. On a big movement up or down, you pass all the accounts. For more details, watch that. One nuance that people don't pay attention to in Bulenox is that they choose the wrong account size. Some go with the smallest like 25K and some go with the larger ones like 150K. I personally found that the perfect medium is the 50K account. The reason is because a 50K Bulenox account, when they had a 91% off, only cost $15. Currently, they have an 83% off promo at the time of recording this video. So a 50K account at regular price 175 times 0.17, you can get a 50K account for $29.75, and after you pass it, the activation fee is $148, meaning $177 is the cost you'll pay for evaluations and activation. However, you're not going to have a 100% pass rate, so you do have to factor that in. For a 50K account, I only choose option 1. There's no need to choose option 2 for the end of day drawdown. Why? Because you end up paying more money for it and there's no need for it. You learn to trade with the trailing drawdown and you simply get used to it. $175 with the code FSP. You get 83% off at the moment to get the account for $29. Your profit target is $3,000, maximum contract 7, and your max trailing drawdown is $2,500. If you don't use the red folder strategy to pass the account, then you'll need to manually trade it if there are no red folder news for you to execute that strategy. The way that I like to do it is very simple. Either you go aggressive or conservative. If you go aggressive, you can full port 7 contracts at a key level, bounce it for 10, 15, 20 points and lock it in and keep on repeating that and rotate it to multiple accounts until you reach profit target of $3,000. The good news about Bulenox is that you can pass it in 1 day, so you can get the funded accounts very quickly. You have to remember though, Bulenox only allow you to activate up to 3 funded master accounts at one time. After the 3rd account, your 4th account cannot be activated instantly. You will need to pass the trailing threshold for all 3 of your existing funded accounts before you can get to your 4th, your 5th, your 6th, and so forth. The static threshold is $2,500 plus 100, meaning you need $2,600 of profit before you can go and activate the next account. Your first 3 need to reach $2,600 in static drawdown, then your 4th one can be activated. Once you get your 4th one, you need to get the $2,600 in profits before you can activate the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and so on. Now, if you don't want to go the aggressive approach with 7 contracts, full porting it, rotating accounts, then you can take a more conservative approach, taking maybe 1 or 2 mini contracts. And I trade only NQs every day. We trade live at 9:30. We buy dips and sell rips. We do inversion long, micro to squeeze long. We short the pops, we cover the dips, payouts. If you want to join trading with us 9:30 on our YouTube channel every day, come join us. Just know that if you take the more conservative approach with only 1 or 2 contracts, it'll take you longer to get your account passed, but it also will save you some money on blowing accounts, because obviously if you full port at certain levels, you're going to lose more accounts, but the good side is you pass more accounts faster. So depending on your goal, you can choose the one that suits you. Once you get to your funded accounts, the same aggressive and conservative approach is in play here. I wouldn't personally go full port on 7 contracts. What I like to do is 2 to 3 contracts to work my way up to $2,600 in static so that I can activate another master funded account. With my personality of buying dips and selling rips 10-20 points, trading micros doesn't make sense for me, so I only do minis and I only trade NQ. You have to be aware that Bulenox have a consistency flipping rule, meaning 20% of your trade days out of the 10 trading days cannot be deemed as flipping. What they want to see is more consistent P&Ls. Let's say if you normally trade around $500 to $1,000 in profits, and for 3 or 4 of those days, you make a profit of maybe $50 or $100, they could actually ding you for the flipping rule. So you want to be consistent more or less in your profits in a day in and day out. They have a 40% consistency rule on your funded accounts, which is very easy to do. For the first 3 payouts, you have to reach 54100 in order to get the $1,500 maximum payout for the first 3 payouts. And if you minus that, it's 52600, which is your static drawdown. After the 4th payout, you can withdraw as much as you want. If you got $50,000 there, you can withdraw all $50,000 in profits after the 4th payout. But for the first 3, you can only withdraw up to $1,500. The key strategy with Bulenox is that you don't just try to do 3 accounts. They give you a maximum of 11 funded master accounts, and so you want to try to maximize it and rotate those accounts. This is why I give you my P8 roster inside my course. In module 3.2, I explain to you how you can properly rotate your accounts so that even though some accounts get red, other accounts are actually very green to get to payout. You may not get all 11 of your funded accounts to pay out, but if you rotate it properly the way you see me do on Livestream and also inside my course module 3.2, and if you use the rotation strategy in module 3 combining with module 4 of my entry and exits, taking entries like the inversion squeeze long, which we take day in and day out, then the likelihood of you getting the payout is higher, although there's no guarantee in trading, as you already know that. If you want this Excel sheet and the explanation of how I use it, you can go check out my course at fspfutures.com. You'll see this page, discover how I scalp NQ futures for consistent payouts, fill in your name in the email, and you'll see on the next page how to get access to my course, which you can get it for free if you use my code FSP to buy Take Profit or Tradify accounts. One thing I like to do with Bulenox master accounts is try to get a good chunk of profits in the first few days, and I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive in the first 2 to 3 days to get a good chunk of those profits, ranging between $500 to $1,000. Once I have that, I can take my foot off the pedal a little bit, so I'm less aggressive on the trades, locking in maybe $300-400, and that's still okay for the flipping rule. What you don't want to do is you do $1,500 profits in one day, $2,000 profits in one day, and then for the next 8 days, you do $50 or $100, then that will get you hit with the flipping rule and you won't be able to withdraw a payout. Remember, if you're struggling to pass an eval or to get a payout, it boils down to either strategy or screen time. Screen time cannot be skipped. I've been trading for 9 years now, started with penny stocks, then options, Forex, and now futures. You need screen time. It's like if you want to lose weight, you gotta diet and exercise, no way around it. Same thing it is with trading. The good thing is, every day at 9:30, we have an amazing group of traders that we trade together for free on YouTube, right here. So join us at 9:30 every day, that we trade together, bank together, and we pray together. It's certainly easier to trade together to try to pass the evals and get the funded and then get the payouts as a group, as a community, than if you were to do that alone. And you don't have to, because you now have this community here with you. If you want to learn more how to trade futures prop firms and to shoot for those payouts, check out these 2 videos on the screen. If you want my course, go to fspfutures.com. Hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.